Hey, what is up, everybody? It's your boy AJ Trip, coming at you another reaction video. This one is similar to a video I've done in the past. This one is famous movie lines you've been misquoting forever. Now, the other one I did was from woke culture, and it was, it was something like this. This one is from Looper. So, let's go ahead and let's check this out. Let's see what they have. Maybe it's something different. Maybe it's some of the same. But let's go ahead and let's check it out.
For movie lovers, there are a few cinematic quotes that are always handy for breaking the ice or amping up the drama of a casual chat. But many of the most commonly used movie phrases are almost always misrepresented in conversation. If you're one of those people who loves to whip out a famous movie line at an opportune time, you might want to make sure you're actually quoting the films correctly. Here are some of the widely mistaken movie lines in Hollywood history. Mirror, mirror. The world of animation changed the day Walt Disney and his studio released Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Certain aspects of this classic resonate with audiences to this day, such as the poison apple, true love's kiss, and the eternal question, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? The problem is, no one actually says that in the film. What the evil queen actually asks is,
magic mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all?
Interestingly enough, in the Grimm brothers' original story, the queen says, mirror, mirror on the wall, who in this land is fairest of all? So, hi-ho, off to correct quoting you go.
Oh, you must be grumpy.
A bigger boat. Steven Spielberg pioneered the summer blockbuster in 1975 with Jaws, his terrifying tale of a great white serial killer. The eerie cello music, the poster, the characters, and the quotes, they all made Jaws the classic movie it is today. The line that's most often cited from the movie comes from Chief Brody, who discovers the deadly creature is much bigger than they're prepared for. Most people quote this famous line from the scene to say, we're gonna need a bigger boat. But what Brody really says there is,
you're gonna need a bigger boat.
It's just a one-word difference, but it's a toothy one even so. If you build it.
Yeah.
Field of Dreams was both a fantasy film and a sports drama, and is often given tribute with the line, if you build it, they will come. But the truth of the matter is that the whispered voiceover never actually utters that phrase. And what's actually said instead is,
if you build it, he will come.
It's not quite as compelling in singular format, so it's easy to see why people like to use the they instead of he. But if you're looking for something more inclusive to spout out, you can always use this line instead.
People will come.
Run, you fools. Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy was a groundbreaking adaptation of J.R.R. Tolkien's beloved novels and boasts an abundance of quotable moments in the movie.
Potatoes.
The one that seems to be most often mistaken is from the Fellowship of the Rings. Gandalf lovers often like to say, run, you fools, but in reality what our old wizard pal actually says in the movie is,
come, you fools.
Why would he say that when none of his traveling companions had wings? Well, fly in Old English means to flee. Or maybe he's just foreshadowing the arrival of the Eagles in movie 3. Feel lucky, punk? No matter how many movies Clint Eastwood directs or stars in, his fans will always remember him as the man with no name from the spaghetti western scene and Harry Callahan from the Dirty Harry series. But as quotable as the latter character is, fans often butcher his biggest line. It's much easier to shorten the scene to state simply, do you feel lucky, punk, when the time is right, but what he actually says is,
you've got to ask yourself one question, do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Now that you know the proper dialogue, you should feel lucky. Play it again. Casablanca is one of the most cherished films in American history, and it's known for being exceptionally quotable. You can thank the movie for this epic goodbye line.
He's looking at you, kid.
And this go-to party toast.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
And let's not forget this lover's lament.
All the gin joints in all the towns in all the world. She walks into mine.
But people tend to get it wrong when they quote the film to say, play it again, Sam. The misquote even became the title of Woody Allen's 1972 comedy film. But what Elsa actually says upon walking into the cafe is,
play it once, Sam. For all time's sake, play it, Sam. Play as time goes by.
And when Rick wants to hear it again, well, this is what he really says.
Played it for her, you played it for me.
Well, I don't think I can remember.
If she can stand it, I can. Play it.
Hey, everybody makes mistakes. I Am Your Father.
Yep.
Star Wars is perhaps the biggest entertainment franchise in the world, and it doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. Aside from all the lightsabers and galaxy saving, the series contains a plethora of famous lines, from May the Force be with you to I have a bad feeling about this. The line that seems to get mixed up most often is when people quote Darth Vader to tell Luke Skywalker, Luke, I am your father. But that's a line straight out of the dark side of audience memories, because what Vader really says is, No, I am your father. Now that you know the truth, the Force really can be with you. Not in Kansas. It only makes sense that one of the most famous quotes in history comes from one of the most iconic films in history, The Wizard of Oz. When Dorothy arrives in Oz thanks to a tornado, most people quote her to tell her dog Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. But that must be some wicked witch wizardry at play, because what our ruby shoe sporting pal actually says is,
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
If you've ever misread that line aloud, don't worry. At least you're not the Scarecrow. Thanks for watching. Click the looper icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.
Alright, so yeah, like I said, it was mainly there's a couple from the past video I watched, and a couple new ones in there though. But yeah, most of the same thing. So I think those are always good. Those things, the misquoted movie quotes and the misquoted song lines. I think I try to look and see if I can find a video on that and see if someone has done a video on the misquoted lines. So or if there's no one's in a video on it and I can't react to it, I'm sure there's been tons of articles on it. I'll find an article and I will I'll do a video on it. So okay. Alrighty then. Post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, thank you so much for watching. This is your boy AJ Trip signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there, and I am out.